We always stop people and ask them when they're videoing our premises and asking questions like this.
I'm asking you nicely.
Don't come too close. Don't come too close. Come too close to me.
Don't film me. No. This is what we're trying to do.
You believe that somebody
We
can't...
have had terrorist attacks with people filming.
We
So
are
you come to our
allowed to
compound.
film.
You're not allowed
We
to film
are allowed
here.
to film.
You're not allowed to film here. It's against the law.
No, you need to
You're not.
remove your drone because you will be prosecuted under the aviation guidelines.
So they've advised that it's private property and they wouldn't like you to fly that across there because it presents a health and safety risk. But it is a private property, so they would be within their rights to ask you to stop doing that because you're recording within their private property. I'm also advising that obviously there has been that allegation of potential pushing.
So welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are here in Croydon and we've come to take a look at Transport for London Tram Depot or tram operations. It says that TfL Tram Depot in Croydon is known as the Therapia Lane Depot, and it serves as the primary maintenance and operations hub for the London Trams network. It's strategically located on Beddington Industrial Estate, and the depot is situated between the Therapia Lane and Beddington Lane tram stops on the Wimbledon branch. Constructed in 1998 on a former railway site, it encompasses comprehensive facilities for tram maintenance and storage, and it houses the network's control centre. Wow. Hello! And includes an office for the British Transport Police. Oh wow, okay. So it's the network's control centre. There's the logo, look. Trams, Transport for London. And we can see some of the tram lines and the power just behind. And to the right, we have the office over there. The reception, first tram operations. We've got a gentleman just in front having his break. A car park and two doors. I don't know whether I can get a good angle on the doors. Oh yeah, here we go. I presume the tracks go into those doors for their maintenance, and we've got him taking a photo of us now. Look, hello. Or is it a video? Probably a video. He's not very happy because he can't see my face. He's got to keep trying, so I'll move out of the way. They do have a sign telling people that they will be filmed. Of course, he took my image for the purpose of crime prevention and public safety, didn't he? And if I want a copy of it, I just contact there. Of course. Lots of signs. SI, that must mean something to the tram operator. 14 and 15 as well. Oh, look at all these. Single file. They're sticking to the marked walkways, look. What's that say? Safeguard. Oh. Sorry?
Can I help you?
No, not really. I'm just making a little video.
Okay, that's fine. It's just a security measures we usually require as why people are videoing whatever.
This is the main place for the control centre, isn't it?
Sorry?
This is the main network control centre. For trams. Is it the tram network control centre here?
Why would you be asking that question? sorry. Again, security queries. That's why we always stop people and ask them when they're videoing our premises and asking questions like this. It's just security that we're concerned about.
I thought the question was, can you help? That's all.
Right.
Did you ask me if I needed any help?
I did originally, but I'm also concerned that we're having our the security check that we're videoing our premises and asking questions about our system. We always try to see if we can help them find out why they're asking these questions.
I wanted to make a video of the building that houses the network's control centre, which includes the office for British Transport Police.
Okay.
Is that here, or am I at the wrong place?
Request to someone in Central TFL.
Oh, like an information request?
Yes. Yes.
I was hoping to find out with the camera. It's like a little video I'm making for YouTube. I have got a drone as well.
Yep.
So if I go around, I won't go low or anything near the power.
Sorry, we can't go to our premises without permission. That can affect the security wise and everything like that. Have you made any requests to Central TFL to film on the network?
I don't want to film on the network.
You've just filmed into our premises.
Oh, you class that as filming on the network?
Yes, you've been filmed into our premises. So
maybe it's just misunderstanding on your part about what they mean.
We have security protocols that we should be telling the people who are filming on our network without our permission and everything like that. By filming into our depot here, that's filming into our premises.
Filming into. That's allowed, surely.
No,
that's not allowed.
Yeah, there's security concerns about any of that.
How would you stop that though?
That's why I'm asking, have you actually asked anyone to film any of our property?
So by asking for permission and involvement, I would expect that would get you onto the property, maybe a bit closer than I can get from out here. But my thinking was, as long as I'm out here on the public highway, I can just make my video without asking permission. Surely that's right.
Generally, we try to liaise with anyone that does want to do it, because we do want people to see what we've got and what we're doing. But it's also we also want to make sure that our security protocols are in the right place and everything like that.
Yeah, and so you've looked after that side of things, haven't you? So your security is great inside, we can't get in, but while I'm outside I can just do my little YouTube video, yeah?
I can't say yes or no, sir. I can't authorise anything. So that's
no. I'm not asking for the authorisation or permission or involvement. I wouldn't have even, I've not pressed the buzzer or anything like that. Do you know, this question that I had about where the control centre is based, I could have pressed the button and asked, couldn't I? But I chose not to, you see.
They wouldn't have answered that.
But I chose not to.
But they wouldn't have answered that question because you're asking a question, a vital question that may pertain to anything on the network that could be used in a way that may not be the best way possible for our system. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't answer your question, because there are security implications. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think in the wrong hands, certain bits of information could be used in the wrong way.
Yeah.
But that's not my intention. I can see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I don't see it being a problem, me just making a YouTube video from out here. And the drone, as I say, it won't be low, it'll just go around. I'll probably be up at about 50 to 100 metres, something like that.
Again, I would probably contact the BTP if I saw a drone flying over.
Well, if I'm at the right place, they've got an office in there, haven't they? They're in there, or not?
No,
they're not in there. I might be at the wrong place then. I should be in between the Beddington Lane tram stop and the Therapia Lane. Is that how you say it? Therapia?
This is Therapia Lane, yes.
Therapia Lane.
Is up there. But I can't say whether there is an office here or not because it has security implications. So again,
or maybe there used to be
and
in the past.
I apologise for the way I'm going to word this, but asking that sort of question then concerns me by saying someone's asking a question about security protocols around our depot. We're told that we have to flag these sort of things.
Yeah, do what you need to do, my friend. If the BTP want to come here and talk to me, I'll be here for about an hour as I just read through the script, get the shots, set the drone up and stuff. I've got no intention of coming on your land or anything like that.
All right, well, thank you for your time, sir.
Yeah, no problem at all. I like the vehicle. They've given him a nice Ford Ranger there. The vehicle is monitored by, oh, the speed is monitored by GPS, and it's fitted with a tracking device. And it's even got the colours, look, the tram colours along the bottom. The same colours as they use on their logo. And that's the gentleman that was taking a photo or a video of us, who now wants to grass us up to the boss.
Don't got my permission, don't film me. I'm asking you nicely.
Don't come too close.
Don't film me.
Don't come too close. Don't come too close to me.
Don't film me.
Don't
You
come
have
too
not
close to
got
me.
My permission. You have not got my
Just
permission.
please, you're at work.
You have no permission to
That's
film
it.
me.
You can stay that far away from me, that's no problem at all. But just don't come too close, that's all I say. It was only 5 minutes ago that you was filming me, mate. You're allowed to film me, but I'm not allowed to film you, is that
You're
right?
not allowed to film our complex.
Why was you filming me?
Because you're not allowed to film our complex. You're a security hazard.
What if you're wrong?
Prove it. Show me your ID then.
Your belief that...
No. This is what we're trying to do.
You believe that somebody
We have
can't...
had terrorist attacks with people filming.
We
So
are
you come to our
allowed to
compound.
film.
You're not allowed
We
to film
are allowed
here.
to film.
You're not allowed to film here. It's against the law.
You are wrong.
I'm not wrong. I've
You
been
are
trained
wrong.
in it.
If you seriously believe that, then you are more stupid than I thought you was.
Oh, well, you're the stupid one. You're a bad
I don't want to sue you. You just keep your distance. That's all. Don't get that close to people in that manner. It was only 5 minutes ago you was filming me. Wow. They can come approach you in that manner and think they can get away with it and try and stop you from filming just because they believe that you can't be out here filming the place. Wow. Weren't expecting that. There's one of the trams just going by. So a bit more information about the London Trams network, previously known as Croydon Tram Link. It commenced operations in May 2000 and features 39 stops along a 28-kilometre route, serving areas including Croydon, Wimbledon, Beckingham Junction, Elmer's End and New Addington. The network integrates both street-level tracks, shared with traffic, and dedicated off-street tracks, utilising former railway lines and newly constructed rights of way. And those guys that left the depot are now on the other side. Over there, look. All wearing their railway orange high-vis. So the big boss man at the back lot, making sure everybody is following the designated walkways. So we've had a chat, we've had somebody asking if they can help but did not want to help, and we've had somebody who thinks he can film us but we can't film him. We've had quite a lot so far and I'm sure he will have escalated that to the British Transport Police, the BTP. So whilst they make their way here, or make their way out of the building, because my information said they were based inside, we will get David up and we'll see what this place looks like from above. So as always, we've checked on drone assist and there are no flight restrictions in this area. So Therapia Lane Depot, let's have a look at you then, shall we? So there we are up at 50 meters and we're outside the very secure site. They have to get out, tap their security thing, fob, whatever it was, and the gate will open. That's not good if it rains, is it? Getting lots of waves, smiles and waves today. And that's the lady that's just gone in. Oh, she's in a rush, look, she's in a rush. There's a man outside with a drone! Into that reception door there. Lots of solar panels. Look at that big strip down the centre. What's that? Looks like a big radiator. Well, we'll keep an eye on that door if we can, as we have a look around. That's obviously where the maintenance happens, in there. And is this where they sleep? Where they're stored? There's quite a few of them here, isn't there? So you'll see all the electrification down there. We're well away from it all. And here's some of the trams. You've got road traffic crossing the tracks down there, and you've got aerial traffic crossing the tracks up here. There's no problem at all flying over, but you just shouldn't hover over the track, really. You can see lots of little patch repairs on the track. But what we cannot see is any police. So they're obviously not based here. Else they would be out by now, wouldn't they? This is the high-vis guys that are back from their walk around. They've got a large car park down here, look. I'll just move position so I can still see the drone. With a tram parked outside down at the back. And then some sort of substation building down there just before the next station, where we do have passengers, customers waiting. Is that somebody having a cigarette? Yes, it is. Do they allow smoking in the car park? I don't know. But what is this white strip on the roof? Let's go and have a look. Well, I'm not too sure, and the birds are not liking me, really.
Mate.
Hiya.
Can I ask what you do?
I'm trying to work out what that is. I know these are solar panels, but what's that?
Who are you from?
You've not answered my question yet.
Well,
Do you know what it
need
is?
to have a license to be flying a drone.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, I do.
Go on.
You need to have a license to be flying a drone.
Is it like...
It's private property.
Is it filled with water? And maybe the sun will warm the
So
water
you haven't
up?
got a license. Well, I'm going to ask you to remove your drone from private property, and the police are on their way.
What is it? What does it do?
You're not answering me. So you need to remove your drone, because you will be prosecuted under the aviation guidelines. I'm a drone flyer, so I know I've got a license. And you're
don't believe
currently
you.
recording.
I don't
private
believe you.
property. Okay.
Nice to meet you, mate. Yeah, what do you think it is, guys? What do you think it is? It also turns a corner there, look. Let's go and have a look at that. Oh, and it no, does it come there? It's not linked to the track next to it, but it does turn a corner here. Let's have a look. Oh, it's just a safe walking route. It's where the roof's been strengthened. It's just wooden slats. And it's located right next to the safety line, look. The safety line turns. Yeah. It's just safe walking route for when you do need to go up on the roof and clean the solar panels. Why can't you just tell us that? There he is now. He does seem like one of the bosses with what he's wearing and how he's just smoking wherever he wants. I mean, is there any site rules about no smoking? No, I can't really see any from here. But he's very confident that the BTP are on the way and I am going to be prosecuted. So, whilst we wait for them, let's try and get the whole site in one shot. I think we'll just aim for this part of the site there. Up at 120 meters, that'll do. Let's get a 360-degree photo for Google Maps and see where the video takes us next. Oh yeah.
What is it that you're doing? Sorry.
Sorry?
What is it that you're doing?
Flying my drone.
Okay, so we've been. Yeah, I'll just wait here though a minute. We've been advised that obviously you can't do that over their property. Well, yeah, do you want to just stop that a minute so we can have a chat?
I'm landing it so I
Lovely.
can listen to you.
Okay. So what's the reason that you're flying it over there?
I'd like to refer back to what you've just said first.
Yeah, so they've advised that it's private property and they wouldn't like you to fly that across there because it presents a health and safety risk.
So what if they're wrong? What if I'm not causing a health and safety risk?
But it is a private property, so they would be within their rights to ask you to stop doing that because you're recording within their private property.
Within their private property or
Yeah.
over it?
You're doing it over it, but you're recording within the property.
Even if I was in there recording,
Yeah.
it's still a civil matter. I'm not sure what you're referring to that for.
Okay, but why are you recording them?
It doesn't matter. What I'm trying to get at is whatever I'm doing here at the moment,
Yeah.
I don't see how it's a police matter.
So you see the lines and things like that they're obviously electrical.
Yeah.
So that could present a health and safety risk to the lines, couldn't it?
Yeah. So as long as you stay high enough, I've not come nowhere near the lines with my drone.
But
I've told them that.
Do you understand why they would be concerned about that? Because it's a fire, that's a fire and safety and health risk.
So you believe that once we've discussed a risk, if I've discussed the risk,
yeah.
I've discussed that exact risk with the boss here already, and I've told him I'm going to stay well above the lines. Drone's not going to go anywhere near them.
Okay.
So they've called you. Now how can I help?
So that's what we need to establish, isn't it?
Yeah, the drone.
Speak to them.
The drone can fly over the lines as long as it's a decent height away from them. That's not going to cause any collision with any electrification.
Okay.
It's not a police matter.
It will be potentially.
Well, yeah, let me show you.
I don't want you to fly it just now. I want you to
I do.
wait.
I do, because you're saying it's a police matter. Well, this is how high I've been. So look, this is the sort of view I want of the place. And there's it flying over the electrification, causing nobody any problem at all.
Okay, but if that was to malfunction, sir, and it was to fall,
Yeah.
you could potentially cause a problem.
Any aircraft has that risk. Helicopters, gliders, planes, any aircraft used in the airspace, complying with the Civil Aviation Authority rules and legislation, they all have risks of falling out of the sky, don't they? But you try your best to mitigate those risks so it doesn't happen.
And what's the reason that you feel you've chosen this specific site? Is there a reason for it?
If you ask me a question that I've not already discussed with the complainant, the caller, I think that's okay. But all these things that you're asking me, I've already told them.
Okay, so we've not actually made contact with them yet. We've come.
Yeah, but based on what we've discussed already, me and the tram guys, let's call them the tram guys, they're not satisfied. So they want you now to stop it, I think.
Right.
So if I've told them, let's just say I've told them it's going to be a video, a nice video on YouTube about what this place does. This is the main control centre for the whole network for trams, you know, stuff like that, telling people something fantastic.
Hello sir, how much does your drone weigh?
Feel free to have a look rather than believe me, it's just on the bottom, it's printed.
249.
So if I've chosen to come here and make a fantastic YouTube video, you'd like to answer that question, I just showed you, didn't I?
So I don't know heights, but he's been flying it above the line.
Anyway, every time I try and talk to you, this gentleman interrupts. Have you noticed?
Who's that?
Him. What's your colour number?
1838.
1838. So every time we try and talk, like he's doing it again.
So he's just.
His phone call's not priority. I'm talking to you.
He's
You should
on the
wait.
side to the informant.
I haven't been disrespectful.
You are. You're constantly
I'm
interrupting my
trying to find out-
conversation.
Drone legislation is a new thing to me. I'm trying to establish whether you've committed any offences. If you haven't, we'll be on our way.
I can walk away right now for one.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead. If you want to walk away, walk away.
So
I haven't- I'm not
you're
being
making out as
hostile
if I need
towards
to
you.
help you.
Why are you
Potentially-
here
hang
then?
on,
I'm just
hang
trying to
on,
have a
sir, can I
conversation.
just
I was just
Can I
explaining
just
to her
explain?
before you stopped
Let me
interrupting.
just explain as well.
Wow, you guys.
Guys, sorry, sir. Can I just explain, okay, what my colleague explained? Obviously, drones, we aren't completely clued up, because it's not something we do with every day, okay, and that's me being completely honest with you. So he needs to find out the information to find out if you have committed an offence,
Yeah.
okay? Now, there has been an allegation made to myself that there was a little bit of pushing, which we need to establish whether that has happened.
Well, it's the first
okay?
time you've mentioned that.
So that's what I'm coming to say to you as well. Okay, so obviously initially I need to find out what's going on here, but I'm also advising that obviously there has been that allegation of potential pushing, okay, which is what we need to clarify and firm up with them, and then hopefully we will just be on our way, okay? So that's the reason.
So you're now telling me,
Yeah.
have you got a suspicion of assault at the moment?
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So you're now investigating a suspicion of assault.
Yeah.
So have we got any cameras that are around that could have
I'm
saw
not
it?
sure.
Oh, there's one.
I'm not sure.
So that would be my first line of inquiry. Could I see that? And I want to see what happened. Was it self-defense? Did the gentleman come towards me with any aggression?
Okay.
Any obstruction, trying to stop my camera?
And that's exactly what we're trying to do here, sir. So that's what my colleague's doing. He's on the phone to them, and I'm talking
No,
to you.
he's on the phone to your sergeant trying to work out
No,
the
he's not
drone
on the phone to
legislation.
Sergeant. He's on the phone to them.
No, he wasn't.
I'm pretty sure he said he was on the phone. That's why he's going in there now to speak to them.
No. They're not going to be communicating the legislation about the drone weight, are they, to him on the phone? Come on, I'm not
He
silly.
might have looked prior to coming to the call.
No,
so
no.
he was told about the incident.
He was asking about the height that I flew and the weight of the drone.
Yeah.
Those pieces of information are somebody that's looking at the legislation now.
Okay. Well, I'm just obviously advising that in there he's just going to speak to them. Okay.
I know that, yeah.
And then we'll obviously work out from there. Do you do this like full time? Is it like a thing you regularly film for YouTube content? Is that what?
I'm making a YouTube video
Okay.
about an interesting place that interests me,
Yeah.
that has got something, a story to tell.
Yeah.
So this is between two different stations. It's where they maintain the trains. It's where the main control centre is for the whole tram network.
Do you like trams? Are you like trams or fanatic?
It's not going to affect anything whether I like it or not, is it? I find it interesting. Yeah, but
I'm not. Forget I'm a police officer now. I'm just.
Yeah, but you're working with him.
With who? Sorry, my colleague.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just trying to have a general conversation with you.
Which we was trying to have before, but he was constantly butting in, weren't it?
Okay, I appreciate that.
If he's behaving like that, I've got to stop behaving as good as I was and come down to your level and play the game with you. You know, you can't just be a pushover and just be nicey all the time when people like that are trying to butt in to me trying to explain to you.
Hopefully you don't feel that I've come across like that towards you. I think I've come across quite respectful. My colleague was only trying to do the same as well. I can only hope.
It was on the phone to somebody important. If it felt like he was wasting the person's time, or possibly wanting not to waste the person's time, whoever it was, sergeant or inspector.
Yeah.
So he just wanted to butt in our conversation to satisfy his urgent phone call. Because he doesn't know the legislation. I can help you out with it. You've not asked. I can help you out with what happened with the gentleman that came out. I've got the body cam, luckily, so I can prove it was self-defense.
Can you replay that?
Yeah,
of
course, yeah.
Can I see it?
But
Okay.
I've offered that. Why are you not asking? Why are you not asking the questions, you know, that you should be asking?
Okay. Am I able to see that? I didn't know that I thought that was something to do with the drone.
No. I won't be doing this, putting myself in this situation and relying on their cameras and their word. You probably believe them more than you believe me.
We're impartial, okay? Until we've spoken to both sides. That's our job, and that's why I'm speaking to you now, sir.
Do you know the fact that you are now investigating a suspicion of an offence? I would like to disprove it on the spot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy to show you. I'll just turn this off.
Thank you, sir.
And we could spin it round. I could make a allegation of common assault, so approaching. Yeah, I would class that as common assault, what he did. So
Is that the staff member from inside there?
has there been an allegation of assault? That's what I want to know.
That's what I was told over the phone, but again I haven't spoken to this, but initially we couldn't locate where it was. I think there was an issue with the address, so I had to call to clarify.
Yeah, this place is not very well known.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make it well known.
Okay.
Not many people know about it. It does fantastic things. And
yeah.
Anyway, right. Let's show you this, what happened.
Does it sync up to your phone?
Yeah. I just need to start another camera there, just so I can get the audio of what we say. And when you see it, and whether you're willing to now deal with him for what he did, it's not always the caller that is right, is it? So that'll be recording the audio from what we say from now on. Okay, right. So I'm outside here, it's that same spot.
Yeah.
Just been talking to the boss.
Who's the famous YouTuber?
Hello, mate.
I see you on TV. You filming that depot, are you?
I'm trying to, yeah. Nice to meet you.
Who stopped you? Have they come to them?
Do you know who this is? You don't have to get...
No.
Don't get yourself into trouble, so just be careful. Watch what he just did to me.
Okay.
Yeah, please don't.
I work here, obviously.
Yeah.
But I recognise the bike straight away.
Do you interfere with violence?
No, I get it. I say I've got no problem. You'll be completely off and say hello.
If I'm...
He's a fan.
I am a fan.
Anyway, right.
So I didn't mean to interrupt you, sorry.
No, it's okay. This is quite important because he's alleged assault.
On you?
Yeah. You see now...
Yeah, he said he assaulted you.
You saw him towards me trying to stop the camera, and if my hand can reach him like that, it's too close. And I've warned him as well.
Oh, let me move on.
Yeah, 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 fine. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No. Yeah.
The sun's shining, we're okay.
Alright, fine. Right, thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, so I've relayed that to him in there, okay. Obviously I think there was a little bit of miscommunication in terms of everything that's gone on, okay, so I can only apologise that you felt like we have sort of criminalised you, okay. But we have to, obviously I've been told initially that somebody was pushed, and that's what we need to kind of bottom out. You've shown me footage otherwise, he sort of approached you and you have preemptively pushed him because you didn't know what his intentions were, okay. So if you're happy, we're going to leave it at that. Are you willing to provide your details to me, your name?
For?
It's something we just have to ask.
Like I said, what
Yeah.
about the allegation now of a common assault towards me?
So, if I'm being honest, sir, I don't think that is going to necessarily go anywhere,
okay,
because he hasn't necessarily touched you, okay? But obviously you have preemptively, in that moment, pushed him back, okay? So it's what we would call a preemptive tactic, yeah? And that's what we get taught, okay? I wouldn't say he's completely committed the offence,
okay,
because he's just held his hand up in front of a camera, okay? And I'm not sure that then offence would be complete, okay?
Okay.
So therefore, obviously, he's alleging that you pushed him. We viewed the footage. For me, I'm satisfied that you have not committed assault against him, and I would hasten to say that he's probably not essentially fully completed that offence of assault against yourself either, okay? So I understand that you may have felt in that moment that he might have been, but I can't gauge, like, he hasn't touched you, you've kind of preempted that, and you've kind of stopped it, if that makes sense, yeah? If he'd have come up to you straight away and sort of done that, and then you pushed him back, then we would say absolutely,
yeah,
an offence has been committed, okay? So that's why today we're just going to leave it both parties. You've not committed any offences flying the drone, we've bottomed that out, okay? So we're not going to, obviously there's nothing we can pursue there. So if you're happy with that, we will just be leaving. Are you happy with that?
If you hadn't mentioned the assault thing, then I would have concluded it there.
Yeah.
No need to prolong things. I think you've got better things to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just have to do our job, sir. Okay, we just have to bottom everything out, and I'm really grateful that obviously you've got that, and obviously in your line of work that protects you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
I appreciate that, to be honest with you.
And then when you've got people blocking it,
yeah.
It was blocking this one. This is the one that he was actually blocking, because that's the one they see.
Yeah.
And they come out and they presume that it's wrong and it's illegal, and they call you guys.
Yeah.
But when you guys arrive, still should establish the facts and stay impartial until any evidence is there.
Yeah, and that's what I did do, because essentially if I didn't remain impartial, I could have come out here and detained you on suspicion of committing an offence, okay, until we had further. I didn't actually know the full details, and I know sometimes when you get into these sorts of things, it can be half a dozen of one and half a dozen of the other. I understand that, yeah, and that's not why I've come out. I've not kind of guns blazing. I've wanted to kind of keep it at level and engage with you to just find out what's going on, yeah. And I can only hope and appreciate that that's how you feel that I've come across. Now that we've bottomed that out, I'm happy that we're just going to leave it at that.
Yeah, let's move on.
Just sort of tying some things up in there, and then we'll probably be on the way, okay? But in terms of offences with that, there's been nothing committed. And you know, we can't, like you say, stop you from doing that. Obviously, you know those rules inside out.
It's why they make them.
Because you're kind of in charge of that aircraft.
These tiny little things that weigh nothing, they only weigh 249 grams. A bird is heavier, so they're expensive, but they allow you to fly close to places like this. If they're the heavier drones, you have to stay well away, 150 meters away. In fact, 1 gram more and you have to stay 150 meters away from things like this, because of the risks that you mentioned. And
the thing is, I think that's a really sensible sort of, you know, I would say you're a sensible drone flyer, because you know those legislations, you're abiding to them.
That's the reason I brought it, because it allows me to get this close.
It's just, obviously we don't get this very often. I think that I mean I've been doing it for 3.5 years now. It's the first drone incident I've ever dealt with. And I'll be honest, and I'll be honest to you about that. So that's why, you know, it's not something that we do with every day.
Well, now you know. If it's heavier than that, they really can't get closer than 150 meters. So if they are close to a building with a heavier drone, but as soon as you see that, The next thing to look at is that, so they've got to have an operator ID displayed on the drone.
Okay.
So that's
So
the
do you
second
have to,
piece
like,
of legislation.
register that and
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah.
That's a registration with the Civil Aviation Authority.
Yeah.
So that's your what they call license, but it's not a license, it's just an operator ID. There is no license. You haven't got to be a competent flyer.
Yeah.
Anybody can fly this.
Yeah, yeah.
So there is no license, but it's an operator ID. It's the person who's responsible for the drone. If
Yeah.
the drone causes damage, that's the person who's liable for the...
And then it gets...
Yeah, it gets
returned
traced back.
to-
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's it, and then you have to keep line of sight.
Do you have to have insurance and stuff to...
If you're doing commercial stuff, like making money from it, then insurance is a requirement, yeah.
Right.
But at this stage, you would never know whether they're going to make money, because not all YouTube videos are monetized, of course.
No.
If I say I'm doing it for a customer, you know, I'm
Yeah.
being paid to do it, then of course that's commercial. Or you're live streaming or something.
Do you get quite a lot of views then on your YouTube?
I don't like to brag about that. No, I just keep it a small channel.
Yeah.
But as you saw, people watch it. If
Yeah.
a member of the staff of the place that I'm filming is watching it, you know.
Yeah.
He can go in there and give them a reference. It's not here to do any harm to the network,
Yeah.
which is what I explained to that guy. But when like I said to you earlier, as I have a nice conversation with the guy, the big boss inside, who pulled up at the right time, and I'm asking me questions and I'm telling him what I'm here to do, to then answer them same questions to the police, it was just a little bit
No,
more.
I know.
Because he's called the police because those questions my answers weren't good enough, you know. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. What actually are you here for? And it turns out the assault. So there you go.
Yeah.
If he's classed that as assault, if he thinks it's acceptable to do what he did, and then for somebody to defend themselves, he classes that as assault, then today will be a great learning experience for him. He can't do that. Can't get away with that.
Yeah.
He won't do that again. I hope not anyway.
Yeah.
And I said, you're at work. You know, if you're at work, out of work uniform doing that, there's no traceability, is there? We don't know who he is. But doing it at work, I tried to warn him. What else is there? Oh yeah, and you can't go higher than 120 meters. That's what, see, the person who he was on the phone to knew what questions to ask.
Yeah.
I could tell. What height?
He just confirmed me that was my, so I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought that because I didn't know, I thought he couldn't get in there, so he was calling them to let him in. But yeah, he just said that it was our sergeant.
It was,
and he's basically, he knows his stuff about the drones.
He's probably watched.
Yeah. And yeah, he's confirmed all of that too.
Yeah.
So.
And the reason I'm vocalising these things about operator ID, weight, height, because I try and promote the correct way to fly as well.
Yeah.
You can't fly over crowds of people, that's in the legislation. Over football stadiums, festivals, you're not allowed. And then there's an app to check whether there's a flight restriction.
Yeah.
Near an airport and a prison is a no-no,
Right.
but you always check the app anyway. It's called Drone Assist, a free app.
Yeah.
Just check it, and I'll screenshot it as well for the video, just to prove. And all these things will then lead to responsible drone flights.
Yeah.
And the word spreading. That member of staff there's watched the videos, he knows that what I do and how I do it. You can facilitate a lawful flight of a drone and film a place like this that's normally not visible to the public.
Yeah.
And we get to see like behind the scenes, which they're not going to show us, so we get the views by showing people what they don't want to show us, you know?
Yeah. No, fair enough.
So you understand it now, it's all
Yeah.
above board, and it's all promoting the correct way and the rights that you have
Flying.
and the legislation
Yeah.
on a new piece of technology.
Yeah. I
So-
always find it quite fascinating, drones. I've never, like, not really have.
Yeah, you saw how stable it was when
Yeah.
it went up.
Yeah.
But the drone flyer shouldn't feel intimidated just because people are not aware of like how safe they are and what you're allowed to do,
Yeah.
and their knowledge. You're not allowed to do it. We're not having you. We're not allowing you to do it. You are not doing that today. They tell me. Because, well, the law allows me to do it. I'm here to make my video.
It's a bit like we get it quite a lot out in front of the police station.
All right.
We get like what you call auditors and stuff like that who will try and record, and you know, sometimes like they can get quite, because they know their laws and you know what they can and can't do and things like that, and it's all about knowledge, isn't it? And you might get somebody, you might have had a police officer say that knew absolutely everything about drones, do you know what I mean? But I don't, and I'm not afraid to admit that, you know, it's not something, because it's not something we deal with every day. So yeah, it's about kind of, I suppose, making people aware of what people can and can't do, because I think whenever it comes to filming, I think people get a little bit, oh god, you know, get a bit uptight, and they sort of get a bit concerned about what it's for, why you're doing it. And yeah,
it's that hostile reconnaissance thing. It's what their intention is.
Yeah.
It's whether they're going to see you leave in your personal vehicle, and then somebody that you probably crossed paths with in the past who isn't your greatest fan sees now what vehicle you drive, and then, oh, I've seen that vehicle park outside Jimmy's house, you know, and then the link's made of where you live. I can see the police station concern. I really can. But if they're selective in what they publish, if they sort of cut out any personal vehicles and they don't zoom into the windows where you've got the latest case, you know, operation files showing. I don't look through windows or anything like that. But they could be used in that way.
Yeah. All good?
All completed?
I didn't mean to be disrespectful or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just, this is new to me.
Yeah.
I had to call up, that's why I was asking you questions like that. I know you haven't broken any rules with it, and you know the laws around it. We're going to leave you to it. Do you want to provide us with your details or anything like that?
No, I knew what you were doing. You was on the phone to Sergeant, and you didn't want to waste too much of his time. So whilst he was asking the questions, you just wanted the answer from me straight away. So I get it, but we were also having a conversation at that same time. So that's all.
Okay, no problem. We'll leave you to it, sir, all right?
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. So, what do you think to that one, guys? He was straight on the phone to check the legislation. At least he was checking rather than just guess, because a few of the things that the lady said upon arrival were insinuating that it's wrong in some way, but she turned out to be okay in the end. And he came out basically saying sorry, didn't he? So that's it, guys. No need to take the drone up. It's been up twice. We've got everything we need now, and there's lots of people inside here that are now educated what we're allowed to do from the outside. There was no need for any of it, was there? But it means that this video will now be something that we remember. We'll remember where the trams are maintained, where the control centre is based, and how dedicated the staff are to protect the place. There we go. Everyone's a winner. So let's hide a keyring and move on. You've been watching it live, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been watching you guys.
Basically, I'm making a video about the depot, the tram depot.
Okay.
And I fly the drone around, I use my camera, but I stay outside. And sometimes they don't like it on these different sites that I
Every
visit.
time they don't like it.
Yeah, sometimes
Every time.
No, sometimes they like it and they even give me a tour. But that's rare, that's rare.
That's what I say every time.
Yeah. So there we had the classic example of calling the police, and the police not really knowing the legislation, so they're on the phone to their boss trying to work it all out, you know. So there's a keyring, mate. I presume you've watched it before. That's where you can see my video in about a week's time. That's it, I'm off now. Just going to get on my bike and find somewhere else. But it's very interesting inside, you know.
It's a big site.
Big site, yeah.
It's a big site, yeah.
They hide it all. We can't see it, so I've got to use the drone, haven't I?
Yeah. Big, massive site.
Yeah. It's very important as well.
Largest depot in Croydon.
Yeah, for the trams, yeah.
Yeah.
It's where the main control centre is in there.
Yeah.
You can imagine all the screens, all the buttons. Yeah, very important place.
Yeah.
So of course they want to protect it. You know,
Definitely.
They want to make sure I'm not the enemy.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough.
There's nothing you can do. If you're not going in there, there's nothing they can do, because this is public property. You're not in their control. You're outside their control.
There you go. Yeah. See, you know. Where have you learnt that from? The videos?
No. I walked because I walk the street, so I know.
Yeah.
Except you now come into my work site. That's when you're under my control. But as long as
behind the barrier,
yes,
I wouldn't do that.
yeah,
It's
exactly,
unsafe.
exactly. So anyone that comes within, it comes within my control.
Yeah.
But anyone outside, none of my business.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
So I know they just want to be doing the showing. It's like showing up, showing working. I don't know if you understand that. That is to show that you are working. That's what they do. And scare you off.
Yeah, yeah. They just want to, in a way, they want to make their boss happy.
And that's,
sort of,
that's,
yeah.
Is to show that they are working.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and they scared you off.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're going to be done 30 minutes because your drone cannot do more than 30 minutes, 1 hour.
25 minutes on one battery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So definitely under 1 hour you should be out. So
Yeah, that's it. No harm done. It's all harmless, isn't it?
thank you for the key ring.
Yeah, you're welcome, mate. I'm gonna get on my bike now.
Yeah.
And
I was like, what's that doing there? You're like, oh, okay, it's yours. Because I was giving that high, you know.
oh dear, caused a bit of a scene today around here.
Yeah, he's still watching you. Hope you know that.
Yeah. But that's it. I'm done.
All right.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna hide a keyring under this brick. Don't take it.
All right. It's not mine.
The location of the djaudits keyring on this video is under the brick just there. So if you are one of the first people to watch the video and you do want a keyring, good luck with that. But now, look, I've got a flat tyre. No way. As one of those train guys punctured my tyre through the fence. No, I know they haven't. I will go and pump it up and hopefully the slime that's inside does its job. So if you have enjoyed that video, do give it a thumbs up for me, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye bye for now.